Your IP accrual file from procurement has been late 8 months out of 12. You've sent 8 reminder emails. Each time they apologize, they send the data, and you post the accrual a day late. But how many more reminders before you try something different? The reminder fixes the symptom, this month's late file. It doesn't fix the cause, and the cause is almost never they forgot. It's usually 3 levels deeper. This lesson gives you a structured way to find it. So let's go to the Excel. Column AW. Status. Not started, in progress, completed. 3 states. You update this column during the close. When every task reaches completed, the close is done. In Lean, a board where work moves through stages is called Kanban. This column is a simplified Kanban. 3 states visible at a glance. Column AX is about when the task actually finished, which half-day slot. AY, how long it actually took. AZ, the deviation, actual minus target. Positive means it overran. Negative, it means it finished early. 0 means on target. Make a copy-paste value of the tracker. Sort AZ from largest to smallest. Worst overruns will float at the top. In quality management, this is called Pareto ranking. Start with the vital few problems that drive most of the delay. In the sample data that we have here, 13 tasks overrun by 1 hour each, all tied at the top. In your real close, the spread will be wider. A few tasks will eat most of the lost time. That's what makes sorting useful. Start your investigation with whatever surfaces first. Let's have a look at task 17. Collect 3-way match status and open PO data from procurement. Deviation is 1 hour. Procurement could not confirm all the goods received and invoice receipt matches in time. Finance had to chase 40 line items individually. So that's the symptom. Now let's ask why. Column BB. Who did you talk to? The procurement manager. Column BC, the root cause narrative. This is where you write the 5 whys chain. Why was the PO data late? The open PO report had 200 plus lines and procurement could not confirm all matches in time. Okay. Why couldn't they confirm in time? Because there is no agreed deadline for when this data needs to reach finance. Okay. But why is there no deadline? Finance never formally requested one. The data has always been collected informally. Okay. Why hasn't finance formalized it? Nobody mapped the dependency. Procurement doesn't know the close depends on this data arriving by D-3. Okay then, why doesn't procurement know? Because there is no upstream SLA service level agreement documenting the data requirement, the format, the deadline, and the owner. 5 levels deep. The symptom was PO data was late. The root cause, a missing upstream agreement. Not a forgetful person, not a lazy department, a structural gap. No one ever documented the dependency. Now let's go to the right. Columns BE to BI. 5 categories adapted for the close. People and ownership, process and sequence, data and system, upstream dependencies, standards and documentation. If we look at task 17, it's ticked on upstream dependencies. The problem crosses a department boundary. The fix requires an agreement with procurement. 1 tick per task, primary category only. It forces you to decide where the root cause actually lives. These 5 categories are a fishbone diagram, a so-called Ishikawa. In manufacturing, the categories are man, machine, method, material, measurement. Here, they are adapted for the close. The fishbone prevents you from defaulting to it's a people problem every time. It forces you to classify, and it shows you where your root causes concentrate. If we have a look at the top, the dashboard counts how many tasks fall into each category. The sample data has root causes pre-populated for 54 tasks. You only walk through 1, but the same process applies to all of them. Your dashboard will build up as you do 1 or 2 RCAs per close. Data and system, 24. Upstream dependencies, 18. Standards, 6. People, 5. Process, 1. Most recurring close problems come from data quality and upstream handoffs, not from individual mistakes, not from process design. One thing to watch. If data and systems keeps appearing as the primary category, Ask whether the root cause is in your close process or in your ERP configuration. Wrong account mappings, missing auto reversals, broken interfaces. Those are ERP problems dressed as close problems. Fixing your close won't help if the ERP is misconfigured. Here's what I've seen on every close team that doesn't do root cause analysis. Something goes wrong. The AP accrual is late again. The bank rec has discrepancies. The tax data arrives in the wrong format. The close lead sends an email. Please make sure this does not happen next month. Well done. Next month, same problem. Another email. The close lead starts to reason procurement, HR, or tax. The relationship gets worse. Nothing changes. The 5 whys short-circuit that cycle. Instead of they were late, you ask why 5 times. And you almost always land at a structural answer. A missing SLA, an undocumented format requirement, a handoff nobody formalized. The fix is an agreement, not a reminder. Take task 17. The root cause? No service level agreement. The fix writes itself. 1 page. What data, what format, what deadline, who owns it. 1 conversation with procurement. The AP accrual stops being late. In the sample data and systems and upstream dependencies together accounted for 42 of 54 root causes. That's 78%, close to 80. That's not a people problem here. If dependencies leads your dashboard, the fix is upstream agreements or something else, but we will see that in the next lesson. If data and systems leads, the fix is a data integration conversation with IT or your ERP team. The category tells you who to talk to. Most people stop at why number 2. The procurement team was late. Why? Too many open items? Good. Now you have a reason. But the reason isn't a fix. Push to level 4 or 5 and you find the structural gap, the missing deadline, the absent SLA. That's where the fix lives. And that fix applies to every month going forward, not just this one. So here's your exercise for this lesson. During your next close, update column AW as you work. Not started, in progress, completed. Also, fill in the completion slot in AX and actual duration. The deviation will automatically calculate. Copy-paste value the tracker, sort column AZ descending. Pick your worst overrun. Write the 5 whys chain in column BC. Most people, as we said, stop at level 2. This time, push it to level 4 or 5. When the answers start circling back to the same structural gap, you have found the root cause. Tick the Fishbone category. Just 1. If you haven't run a close with the tracker yet, skip the sort. Go straight to column BB and BC. Pick a problem you already know, the one that happens every month. Write the 5 whys from memory. You already know 3 levels. Push for 2 more. Tick the Fishbone. You will add the actuals after your next close. Again, amazing work in this lesson. But root causes in the close often trace to one thing. Teams you depend on but don't control. In the next lesson, we will talk about upstream dependencies. 34.5% of your close hours depend on people who don't report to you. So we will map those dependencies and build a case for fixing them.